Hello everyone, this is Vishwas and welcome back to our Webpack series. As a part of the previous video, we started exploring the Webpack plugins and till now we explored about the plugins introduction where we discuss on what are the plugins and why we need it. Then we discuss about our existing application and the build we created till now and issues we have in our build, right? And then we explored a few of the plugins, like just to understand what are the different things plugin can do. And as a part of this video, let's start actual implementation of the plugins. For that, first we will explain the application we are working in short. We will understand our current build and then we will work on the actual implementation. So let's move to the VS Code and understand our application in short. In VS Code, I created one new folder that is Webpack plugins and just copied the code from our previous application that is Webpack loaders and we continue our development here now. To understand the application, I made a few changes in the folder structure. At root level, we have package.json and webpack config file. Then in our src folder at root level, we have a couple of HTML file that is index.html and second is our explore page. We have a couple of respective JavaScript file and in style folder, we have required CSS and in asset folder inside font we have required fonts and inside images we have all the required images. Till now in explore.html, right, we are importing all the four food images from JavaScript, but now we added those as a part of HTML and we will see that is available in image folder itself. And if I go to the application, our application is working as expected. It is running from Webpack plugin now. On homepage, we have all the assets loaded through the Webpack loaders. And when I click on explore more, we will see the food item available on second page. Now, if you look at in VS Code, I already done the npm configuration and also if you look at Webpack config where we have entry, output and all the modules are configured and I created my dist folder. In dist folder, we have a couple of bundle file and in asset folder, we will see the images and font loaded through the JavaScript. And to run my application in HTML file, actually I am referring to the bundle.js file here. Now, as I mentioned in last video, we have multiple issues in our bundle, right? Our final bundle should contain all the code that is required to run the application. But we don't have required HTML file, we don't have required CSS as a CSS files, and even we don't have images, right? And our build is not optimized. And as a part of this video, let's start working on our first issue, that is moving all the HTML file from our code and add it into the final bundle. And also it should automatically add the script tag in the HTML file with respective created bundle file. And that we can achieve with the help of HTML Webpack plugin. So let's start installing that plugin and work on actual implementation. Now, as a first step, I will open the terminal and start installing the plugin. That is HTML Webpack plugin. And I will install it as a dev dependency. Let's wait until it's complete. Our plugin is successfully installed. Now, let's import that plugin in our Webpack config file. For that, I will use const variable HTML plugin and then I will use require keyword and I will import HTML Webpack plugin. Once this is done, now we need to add brand new section here. we already have section for entry, output, and loaders. Similarly, now we are working on plugins. So we need to add fourth section here, and that is plugins. Plugins will be an array, and we can have multiple plugins here now. And when we are adding any plugin, we need to create an instance of it, and then we need to use the appropriate plugin. As a first step, I will only go with the empty configuration and try to run our build, and we will see what will be the result. For that, let's run npm run build. Yeah, now our build is successful, and if I go to the dist folder, right, you will see along with to bundle.js, right, the HTML file is also gets created. If you go to the top here, you will see the asset index.html is emitted into the final bundle. And if I open this, you will see this is raw HTML file that is added by HTML Webpack plugin, but it do one important things for us. It automatically injected both the script tag that is added into the final bundle. So if you look at HTML Webpack plugin, it will do two important things for us. First, it will add the default index.html file in our final bundle, and then it will add all the required script tag as a dependency. Now, if you look at generated index.html file, it's just having the initial code. But if you go to the src folder and look at our index.html file, right, along with the initial code, it have custom code written by us, right? And we need some way to copy our code into the new generated file, right? For that, configuration is simple. We will go to the webpack config file and add a template field here. Template means we will inform HTML Webpack plugin that we already have required HTML. You just need to take that HTML from the template and add it in index.html file you created for us. So here we will give the path src and our index.html file. I think that's it. Also, if you observe in index.html created here, right? By default, it is adding both the script tag. That means index.bundle.js as well as explore.bundle.js. But for our index.html, we only have dependency with index.bundle.js file, right? And for that, we also add one more configuration, and that is chunks. Chunks will be array, and we need to specify the keys from here. If you go to the entry file, we need to specify the keys on which our HTML file should be depend. Our index.html file is depend on this index entry. We'll add it here, index. And now I will run my build. Our build is successful now. And if we go to this index.html, you will see all the HTML now available here. And it's automatically injected the script. Now, if you look at here, we also added this script in the bottom that is in our code. We will remove this file now, right? That is not anymore needed because HTML Webpack plugin is doing that for us. Now, also do the necessary changes for explore.html because we need to add that HTML file as well in final bundle. For that, let's move to the VS Code and start adding the configuration for Explore page now. Changes are simple. We can add one more entry with HTML Webpack plugin here, and we'll do the similar configuration. For template, now we need to go with src and explore.html. And now in chunks, we need to use explore, right? Because explore.html is depend on this explore.js file. So in chunks, it will be a explore. Once that is done, save our changes and run the build again. Let's wait until it's complete. And now our build is failing due to some reason. So let's try to understand the error. The error is conflict, and it's saying that multiple assets emit different content to same file name, that is index.html. That means by default, HTML Webpack plugin will create only one HTML file in final bundle, and that is index.html. But in our case, what we are trying to do, we have two different configuration, and we are trying to add content of both these file into the index.html, and that is not possible, right? uh, Here we need to go with two different HTML file, and for that we need to add one more configuration, and that configuration is file name. So we need to specify the file name in this scenario, that what will be the file name of my HTML file in final bundle. In first case, we will go with default, that is index.html, but in second case, we will give the required name, and that name will be explore.html. And here I made some mistake. It should be a file name. Now save our file and run the build again, and now it should be a successful. Yeah, now our build is successful, and if you look at our dist folder, you will see the two different HTML file gets created. One is index.html, it's automatically added the script tag here, and another one is explore.html. Here also it's automatically added the new script tag. I think we already added the script tag in the bottom, so we'll remove it from our explore.html file, and when we run the build next time, this should not comes in the final HTML. Now, if you go to our Webpack config file again, you will see three different configuration here, right? Along with this, like we can have multiple different options available for HTML plugin. The next option will be exclude chunks. That means with chunks, we can specify the dependencies, but with exclude chunks, we can skip the dependencies that it's not needed, right? Then we have one more option, that is inject. And with this option, we can specify where exactly we need to inject the script tag in final bundle. That means if you go to here and look at in the top section, you will see the script tag is injected in the head section, right? But if we need it is in body, we can also add that here. Along with that, we can also add the favicon icon if needed. Then we can also add the meta tag if required, and we can also set our page title from here. Also, we can go with the minification of HTML from here. For that, we need to go with minify property, and we can set it to the true if needed. In development mode, it will be a false by default, but if you run our application in production mode, it will be a true by default. That's all for the different options we have available. Now I will run my application through the dist folder. For that, let's go to the Chrome and see if our application is running fine. Let me inspect the element and go to the network tab. Here, if I refresh my application, you will see the index.html file is now coming from the dist folder, and similarly, index.bundle.js file. And now if I click here, my JavaScript is working fine. And let's click on the explore more button now. And you will see we are not able to load the image here. To understand the issue, if I go to the VS Code and look for explore.html file, we will see we are adding the images through our asset folder, right? In asset, we have images folder, and those images are coming from here. But if you look at in our dist folder, in asset folder, we have only images that is added through the JavaScript, and we are not able to get those images in the dist folder. If you inspect element and look for the network tab, you will see those images are not available, right? And that is due to we are not able to copy those images into the final dist folder. And now here is our second issue, right? We need some way to copy the static asset into the final bundle, and we will look into that in the next video. I think that's all for this video. See you in next one. Till now, thank you.